hurt. Yeah, hey everybody, not paying attention. Happy Sunday. I watched Steve Furtick today and I laughed my butt off. I thought it was really cute and funny and a whole bunch of other cool stuff that I don't even know if you can hear because I'm not sure my headphones aren't on, but at the second I am trying to put a different shirt on. I didn't mean to do it like that, but it just happened. But I don't think I have one that's, honorable, so to speak. It's a skirt. Oh, here's one. I know it's fine. This one will work. I think. Whew, it is hot in here. It's super hot in here. I know, I just want to go and make it not be hot in here, but I can't. So, so I just made dinner. I warmed up my pesto chicken pasta bowl from Fred Meyer's I got from Marie Callender's. I made some sauteed mushrooms, and I cut up some what are those called? They're called cucumbers. I cut up some cucumbers, and my brother made some steak bites. So I grabbed 2 pieces of his steak, and then I sliced it really thin to where I can actually chew it up and digest it and stuff. And I'm super excited to sit down and eat that in a minute. And I guess that's really all for today's. I when I first started, I set this up to push record when I got in here, right? There was this whole thing I was gonna do, like a spiel or a skit, or I can't remember now what it was because the piece of paper that I wrote it on, I accidentally threw it away. Yeah, accidentally threw that away. That's a whoops on that. Okay. Oh, why does it look foggy? I don't know. I don't usually see it look foggy. That's weird. Am I even recording? What the heck? Why does it look so foggy? That is probably one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. This water. Okay. Darn it. Ugh. You know how hard it is for me to even do anything that I think is cool or fun or you don't. It's fine. But I'm gonna use hand sanitizer and a Q-tip. See if that helps. On my lens. I don't know how it would have got dust on it or whatever. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks way better. Yeah. I'm sorry, it's up to person there. Okay. Clearly, I don't know what happened there. Powder must have gone on it. Did makeup too close to it or something. But yeah. So there comes this point in time where sometimes you just gotta give in, you know what I'm saying, to God, I guess. I mean, other people might say give in to temptation or a boyfriend or, drugs or something, but sometimes you just gotta give in to God. It's you know what I'm saying? I'm struggling. I'm having an emotional hard time emotionally, mentally, physically, but I am a Christian. I know I wear this rosary or whatever. I'm not Catholic. I just like it. I just like this. Yeah, first of all, I like the idea of prayer beads, but yeah, I wear the rosaries because I like how they look. But my dad was Catholic, yeah, but he's not alive. But I'm a Christian. If I do go to church, I go to Seventh Day. If I watch it online on YouTube called Steve Furtick. He's good, And if you don't actually have the capacity to be able to pay attention and or absorb what somebody might be saying that might help you in your mind or your heart or whatever it isn't, just search Steve Furtick shorts on YouTube. Yeah. So it's like, 5 minutes each. Like you watch one, you're like, okay. I mean, I have a Bible, I'm looking at it, but I'm not going to look up what you're saying. But I do understand what you're not saying. So you scroll to the next one. You're like, okay, I can feel you. I feel that. But the sixth or seventh one, you almost want to pick up the Bible and actually look in the Bible to see how the hell this guy named Steve Furtick is so happy and so that. Like he's one of those motivational preacher people, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be like him. You want to be like him. You do. And then your doubt comes in, you know what I'm saying? But faith says, I walk by faith, not by sight, because if you believe in God or the higher power or whatever, you can't see God. You can't see the higher power. It's something in your heart, and it's literally a walk of life. Like you're supposed to portray this everywhere you go. I'm supposed to portray this on my YouTube channel, even though I don't really have subscribers or whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't often, and that's a whoops on that. But I'm trying. I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm not saying? All right. So anyways, I don't know. I just went on that rant. So I know I don't even like mushrooms either. They taste like the slimy things. Yeah, the eyeballs or whatever. But the way I make them, you can't explain it. But this is a sauteed mushroom. You have to know the flavor though. There's literally like a layer of grease on top on accident. That's when you look at it and you're like, I know I'm not supposed to eat you, but I'm going to eat you anyway. And these are the steak bites my brother made. His steak tastes so good. Like, I don't even need to dip it in A1, but I did put a little A1 in there. Mm-hmm. I'll finish chewing the mushroom. Hold on. Mordecai. It's a cartoon character. Montreal steak seasoning. Yeah, that's what it's called, Montreal. I think that's what he used, and he broiled it. I don't know how to broil. I've never actually cooked steak ever. I mean, I helped somebody do like thin sliced carne asada, which is a type of steak, thin sliced, like real thin, probably about like this thick, for like tacos. But I'd only help them, because it cooks real fast. So like he sits there, puts on, he's like, okay, flip. I'm like, now I gotta put tortillas on them. Okay. Like, flip. I mean, tortilla or flip. Man, you can't tell they're done. I'm like, oh, dude. Sorry, I have a little bit of ADD. My bad. Sorry I let you down on that. But a little burnt, it's fine. The tortillas are burnt a little, like it's still good. And this is, like I said, that other thing. Yeah, the chicken penne pasta, but I added cheese to it like I shouldn't have. Bad girl. I'm a bad girl. It's hot. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm in. Two bites of everything, and I'm like, I'm satisfied, but I'm gonna go for seconds. No, be good. I'm gonna weigh myself right now. I'm gonna go around for seconds. I'm gonna go weigh myself again, and I'm pretty sure that stuff is gonna tell this stuff. No. There's no third rounds here. All right, first base, second base, and no base. Yum. Oh my gosh. Marie Callender's chicken pesto pasta bowl. I had a garlic salt and cheese and a couple. I took like a little piece of a real tomato, and I chopped it up a little smaller because they do have Roman tomatoes in there. And then chopped them up small and then put it on there. So you cook it for like 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I think, at first, and then you open the plastic part, and you stir it, and then you cook it again. So I put them in right then, so that they get a little bit warmed up and stuff, and then kind of mix in. Because I have a tendency to put too much salt on stuff, so the tomatoes help even it out a little bit. This is ranch. These are my cucumbers. And I can't really... oh, shit. Shoot. Sorry. Nothing. I dipped cucumber juice on my freaking keyboard. Gosh, man. That's exactly what I was just about to say. No, I was trying to show you it, but I can't because there's juice in it. No, all I gotta do is pull the camera down a little bit. Not tilt my cup up. Yum. Okay, you're right. I can't actually see if it's seeing it or not, but in any case, this is my stuff. My cucumbers. And I put garlic salt and tahini on there. And you can eat them by themselves. Oh, and a little bit. Did I put lime? I remember pulling out the lime, but I don't think I actually decided to put the lime on it this time because the tahini has a lime flavor. So you can eat them by themselves, especially if you're not a fan of ranch. Hidden Valley Ranch Buttermilk recipe. Add extra dill is what this is. Oh, gosh. It looks like it's just soaking in there. Oh, what you waiting for? It's so good. It's so good, dude. It's so good. I went to this Greek restaurant with my sister the other day, and they serve things like gyros or gyros, however you say that, and lamb, and they serve this bread that she's like, yeah, this bread, like, it comes in this, it's almost like a pizza plate, and it's a big piece of bread, and it's all bubbly, and it looks good and smells good, and you dip it in this sauce, and it's this awesome sauce. It's like some weird gyro sauce or whatever. And I was like, okay, I mean, sure, we'll try it. So we go there, and I taste the bread. The bread's good. I mean, for bread. But the sauce that I put it in, I was like, nope, that's a nopes on that. Sorry, I don't really like garlicky, garbanzo beanie, whatever it wasn't. Sauce you're supposed to put it in. She's like, what do you mean you don't like it? I'm all, I understand what you're saying, sister, because that's exactly how I feel. Like, I'm eating this, and I was like, I don't know, but if I let her try it, she'd be like, gross pesto, that's disgusting. I'm all, I know, that's what I thought too. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you really want somebody to love your food or love your idea or love your song, and they just don't feel it at all. They're just like, no. I mean, I love you, Tiffany, but pesto's got to go, bro. I don't know about all the salt on your cukes over there. I don't even know what the hell tahini is, but, if you want to cut them a little thicker next time and put them underneath some ranch by itself, maybe I'll appreciate what you made. It looks like friendship, isn't it? Because everybody's got their own opinions. I know. Don't make fun of me. They're making fun of me. Oh, they're making fun of my rolls, man. Well, I used to be able to wear this skinny tank thing that would kind of, tuck the rolls in a little, but I haven't washed it, so it's just sitting over there. So now it's just being seen through the shirt that's not baggy anymore. That used to be baggy. I'm sure there's like a comedic act here somewhere, but did I already say comedic act? That's 3 times I said it. I'm definitely getting a sanction. No, my therapist said I have to make videos or do something to show where I'm at, what I'm doing, and what I'm going through to avoid persecution, after I die or something like that. And then he quit me, so I'm not really sure what happened there, but I'm just continuing on the cycle. He might not have gotten fired. He might have quit me. I put beef broth, yeah. A bunch of Mexican spices. So I put a little bit of olive oil in a frying pan, right? And then I took all the stems off the big white called mushrooms. I took all the stems out. So and then I cut each head of the mushroom in half, and then I put the flat side that I had just cut down on the olive oil in the frying pan, and then I put garlic salt on it, and then if you don't really know how to season something, you can use whatever seasons you want. But I mean, worst case scenario, you can do like taco seasoning, like you get a taco packet or whatever, you just pour it in there a little bit, and then I put the lid on it for a second, and then I felt like they were gonna burn, so I just went ahead and then I dumped in the beef broth. So now they're simmering in this liquid with the seasoning in it. And I put the lid on. I just kind of watched them and kept testing them. I used to cook them until you could put your fork in there and not stick it, but like cut the mushroom in half with your fork, not a knife. But today I didn't, and I didn't actually need to cook it that long. But it's still just good for being a mushroom. I mean, they're salty, a little bit salty, but I crave salt all the time. I told myself, so what are you going to do? Crave salt or sugar? I said, salt. I don't think salt can make you fat, can it? Monster. Oh, son of a freaking gosh dang it. Are you seeing my white blanket right now? It is looking back at me like, B word, what are you doing? Why is there not a napkin under you? Messy. I got drippy drips, and it's got A1 sauce. No, it's a white down blanket. It usually has a cover on it that I just washed. Thank God it's not on there right now, and that'd be really depressing. Because I can't really wash this thing in the washing machine. I mean, I can, but it just ends up with like these weird spots, and it's all lumpy because it's a feather down blanket. You're supposed to take it to the dry cleaners or do it in a laundromat, but and it's not like I couldn't like actually afford $10 to wash my blanket. It's just, do I really care that much about the blanket? That's what I mean. People are like, just look at their mattress, got stains on it, like, what are you gonna do? Do I care this got stains? No, I'm just gonna flip that bitch over. I ain't gonna buy a new one, not yet. I'm gonna wait for a minute. Until that is absolutely the necessity to do. You know what I mean? You gotta stain both sides first. I'm sleeping on there's a mattress and a box spring. I'm sleeping on a box spring right now. That's how poor I am. Mattress done been flipped both times. Yeah, so I put the box spring on top. Now I have this thing. To kill a monster. You say you were a gangster. I did good. Yeah. They yelled at me last weekend because I said, like, I told them I was going to try to not drink more than a fifth on the weekend, a fifth of straight alcohol, right? And I know that seems a lot to a lot of people, but like if you could picture being up 18 hours a day, right? Like you have a job, like maybe you're a truck driver or something. You're awake 18 hours a day. You get to sleep 6 hours at night. So from Friday at 5 p.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So that's at least 9 hours probably because I usually go to bed around 2. Okay, so that's 9 hours there on Friday. So 2 to 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. So 6 hours sleep would be 8 in the morning. So 8 in the morning till 2 the next night. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Wait, did I get that right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's a lot of hours, okay? And then again on Sunday. So it's like, I don't know, like 50, 60 hours over the weekend that I am awake and doing what we're not doing here. So that's a lot, So it was like, if you think about it, you wake up, I need some hair of the dog. You pick up the bottle and drink it a little bit. You mix it with some water, or maybe you mix it with like, what's it called? The Bloody Mary thing? Yeah, V8, you know. Well, it's not what I'm saying, but anyway. So it's not, I mean, it is a lot. Like, I'm not supposed to consume a fifth or a half a gallon in a weekend in 3 days, but I have before, often. But not like my whole life or anything, just for like the last year, out of depression and other things like that. So I'm getting really, really good at that. Like, I don't do a half gallon no more. It's literally like a fifth. And then today we went, and the steak is so good. Oh my gosh, I love you, brother. Thank you. Well, I was going to go to the store and get a 40. And I did pick up a 40 of OE. But then I saw this. And I've never seen a can this big in my life. This is a tall can. And these are big compared to a regular can. So, like, it's almost a 40. It's 32 ounces, I said. Yeah. So, this is big. And we drank that. And then I, went to the Earthquake Lounge and bought one of those. And then now I'm back home and I'm eating dinner and I am drinking some gin and tonic, which it's somewhere between 1.5 ounces, 1.5. It's basically 2 shots. So if you want to look up what 2 shots is, it's around there, mixed into approximately. That's why I kept the sticker on. I knew it was for a reason. Approximately, I think it was 32 ounces. 32 ounces. Approximately 32 ounces of water, I meant, and ice. So I think this is a 32 or 36 ounce thing. So I put, approximately 2 shots in here, and then I filled it up with ice, and then I filled it the rest of the way up to the top with the sparkling club soda, this here. So, we're doing great. I'm doing great. So I'm not going to have to wake up tomorrow and be hungover. I'm not going to be like depressed, like my heart's palpitating and there's no shakes or anything like that. It's just, gosh darn it, I wish it wasn't Monday. Because I'm really trying hard not to drink during the week at all. If I do at nighttime after 5 p.m., when business closes, like have a beer or two. So like a beer, like I said, like this is a beer. This is Earthquake, a beer. 10% alcohol. So 1 or 2 of these is, 2 shots, maybe 4, depending on how you look at it, of straight alcohol mixed with a lot of sugars and stuff. But this isn't mixed with sugars. It's mixed with carbonated water. So this is how I justify that part of it. And it's cheaper. It's cheaper, yeah. The Miller Lite one cost me $3.50 plus tax, which in Washington State, tax is dumb. And then these cost $4.50, and which is more alcohol per volume, but it's a smaller can and it tastes gross. And then this is a fifth of gin costs it says $8.99, but by the time it's all said and done in Washington State, you're paying about $15-$16 with the tax. Yeah, because we have like a liter tax, so it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to go buy alcohol in Washington State because you're going to justify it in like a messed up way, sort of, because it's almost like you're paying $5 extra just to get a bigger bottle for cheaper, if that makes sense. So a fifth costs $8.99. A half gallon. Okay, so this is a half gallon, right? And the fifth is way over there. Right, so the fifth costs, what did I say? Wait, $8.99, right? So it's $15 in total. this is of the generic stuff. So this cost it said $8.99 on the price tag, but when I checked out, it came to like $16. This one, but yet this one said, I don't know what the actual price it said it wasn't, but it came to 25. So 15.25. So I don't know. It doesn't actually say that. Oh, 1.75 liters. It says. This says 750 milliliters, and I don't really know what the difference there is, but so yeah, it's bigger. So if I buy 2 of these, which is supposedly going to equal that, then I'm paying $30. $30. But to buy that, that's $25. So I save $5, depending on what brand I buy. But like I said, I buy generic. I save $5 by doing this in regards to which size to get. And then when you want to look at it like beer compared to alcohol, okay, so that fifth should last me all week at night. So I don't drink till after 5 usually, and I'll have 2 drinks. So I like put 2 or 3 shots, like 2 shots, depending on how big my bottle is. But it's one of these usually, or two big glasses. So it's like to equal like 2 of these, and that's not every night. It's just a couple. One night I might do one time I won't drink at all. But sometimes I it's been a rough day. I'm using it as a crutch. But in any case, so like I said, that cost $3.50. That was $4.50. So 3 of these for 4, 8, 10, 4, 8, 10, 50 plus tax is equal to a fifth of alcohol straight. But there's not, all this has a bunch of sugar in it. I mean, I know alcohol itself has sugar in it, but not like beer. Like, I'm walking around with a beer belly. Why is that? I don't know, there's sugar in it, I guess. Whatever it is or isn't, you know what I'm saying? So I justify buying, a fifth and making mixed drinks with carbonated water instead. In as far as it being a healthier option. And I am sort of rambling. I'm not exactly sure why. I am in an emotional wreckage mind state, sort of, but it's not necessarily me that's in it. It's somebody different. Or maybe it is me that's in it, and I just don't really know how to explain it, because my life has not changed at all in the last 5 years. It's been exactly the same amount of depressing as it hasn't been for the last 5 years. It's not like I woke up today, someone died, or my boyfriend broke up with me. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have any more friends no more. They gang stalked me online, and they said stuff. They altered videos. Like, I don't really have any friends except the people from my old life. They're still cool with me or whatever, but I'm not going to call them because that was my old life. I'm not doing old life stuff, even though I get lonely sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just tend to drink in my bedroom by myself and periodically make food and act like it's the most beautiful meal ever made, but I don't really have any to make it for, because if I did, like a best friend or a boyfriend or a husband or a kid even, like that platter right there, minus the mushrooms being too salty, first of all, I probably would have made mushrooms, because most people don't like sauteed mushrooms. But anyway, whatever it would have been, it would have looked beautiful. It would have tasted beautiful, because I would have made it to the way they like it. Like, I don't really care what I like. I'm going to make it the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see you smile, because you smile is going to make me smile, But I don't really have anybody do that for, so it's just me overthinking everything and talking too much and rambling. And, it just is what it isn't. It's not what it isn't. It is what it is. Yeah, I did fix the keyboard. Thank you for asking. I don't really type on it. I just use the mouse pad thing. I do type on it. With the mouse pad, like, I can click on the microphone, and the speech to text, like the titles and stuff or whatever that I label my videos and this and that. But I do use the 10 key. I don't really use the regular keyboard very much at all.
I don't actually say my password to log in or out loud. I do type that, so that's probably like one of the only reasons why I actually use the keyboard part. The 10 key is the numbers on the right side. Like some laptops or computers, they don't actually have the 10 key, so it's just like, ASDFGHJKL, whatever those things are, something something, enter shift delete, right? And then it ends. Well, mine has a section next to it with numbers on it: 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, enter. Da, 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 da. So like if you know how to do 10 key, it's almost like typing, like it's its own thing. So it's like, enter a phone number. You don't have to sit here and hunt and peck at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You have to hunt and peck over here. It's just like you don't even have to look at it because you know the 10 key. You know exactly where the numbers are, just like you know where the ASDF, GH, whatever it is at. And maybe some people that know how to type, on the letter part know where the numbers are. But when I learned how to type in school, they didn't teach us where the numbers were. And I was just excited that I could even, learn ASDF. I still mess up on the T and the Y and the where the heck's X, and that's not a period, it's a comma. But sometimes it's just what happens when you grew up. In my I was born in 1980. Yeah, I know. Old. I'm an old one. Sorry about that. Burped a little bit there. I don't know. They're saying I'm a lion over there. I'm a lion. I'm a lion or I'm lying. I know, so I'm saying, have you ever, what a homonym? Did we already have this conversation? I feel like we had this conversation already and I forgot. Or either I already had the conversation in my mind thinking that I'm going to have this conversation in this video, so I don't say the conversation. And then I regret it when I watch the video back, like, but what was I going to say though? Because I can't even remember what it was when I was thinking about what it wasn't. Short-term memory loss, I guess is what they call it sometimes. I don't know. Too much stress, I guess. Too much happiness. Too much loneliness, I think is what it is, right? I have PTSD, severe depression, and I don't know. A chronic case of loneliness. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so good. Steak cooker for hire. Hey. Holy crap. Mm. Oh, it's so good. But the messed up part is, like, I pretty much just swallowed all those little pieces. Like, they were not, I didn't chew them 50 times each. So, my tummy's even mad. Or I'm just going to gain weight because it's going to sit in my belly. It's not going to be able to digest for a while until I eat enough acid, or the acids break it down enough to, go down the belly chute or whatever it's called. Yeah, because the enzymes in your mouth when you chew food, they help break down the fats and whatever it is in the food, but you're supposed to chew it a lot. So by the time you swallow it, it's usually like applesauce kind of. But when I swallow food, it's not. It's still whole a little sometimes. It might not be whole, but it's definitely not applesauce. I like bacon bits on a good day. Tequila monster. I don't know. I thought we were going to do some funny stuff, but we're not. Because Cherry's not here. I don't know. She went home, I guess. Got her helm. Because we're on the fire. Heaven. Precinct number 54321. Land. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been homeless before? I mean, like, I'm very fortunate that I get to eat good food quite often, actually, because my mom makes dinner and it's always good. Or like if I have a hankering or a craving, like I'll ask her to go buy me something and she'll buy it, or every once in a while I'll splurge and buy it for myself. But like this dinner tonight, it's absolutely fantastic. Like those steak bites, Brother Bear, woo, right, absolutely perfect. And then my cucumbers, they taste phenomenal. The sautéed mushrooms are a little salty. I'll admit that. This was really good too. I don't remember it tasting as good as the first time I made it, but I think it's in comparison to the other two things. Like it's kind of, pales in comparison or whatever, because the other two things are so good. But anyway, gosh, nothing. Because now I feel like this needs a little more salt, which doesn't make sense. It tasted a little bit too salty the first time I tasted it. I don't know. But the steak and the cucumbers are on point. On point. I don't think so. It's not your friend right now. I know. Can you imagine that? You hear through your computers like all of a sudden people are saying, Tiffany's not your friend right now. I'm like, wait, hold on. Who are you saying that to though? Because I didn't say I wasn't their friend. I mean, I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't actually. Either way, maybe you should say you're not their friend right now because you don't know who Tiffany is because you're on the wrong computer or something. What? That's not me. Nothing. Every once in a while I have to break I don't know what it's called. Break I'm the normal one stance and let them talk first and third person. Because they're saying some weird stuff over there. It doesn't make sense to normal humans, and I can't really repeat it because that's stupid. Over where, Tiffany? In the alternate universe that exists online. I got the white hats and the black hats and the gray hats. Black hats are kind of not black cats, okay? That's how they trick you in the haunted name department. Black hats. They're kind of like tyranny people. Like they like to cause problems in like businesses and stuff, and online they'll like trash your name and make a whole bunch of Trojans and trolls and a bunch of things to like ruin your business if they don't like you. And then the white hats are the ones that try to fix it. And then somewhere in there's the gray hats, which is first of all, white hats is legal, black hats illegal. Gray is partially legal, partially not legal. Because they do have to infiltrate, certain things in a certain way that looks like they're white hats, but really they're still kind of black hats that may be converted. I don't know if that's the actual truth about the white, black, and gray hats, but that's my take on it. I didn't say that, lady. It's not my poem. My poems are good stuff, not bad. That's what I mean. Imagine writing a poem, right? Like you spend all this time to like say something cool that rhymes or it has an emotional connection to something or like a mental situation. You spent all this time to write this poem. It doesn't even have to rhyme. And by the time you're done, it took you a long time. It took you a long time, and you post it up on your blog or something. This is my diary blog or something, right? And you're like, yes, someday someone will see it. They might smile and say, oh, that was nice. You did a good job there. Or, any kind of compliment, right? but you're super proud of it. And or maybe you told it to someone else, you know what I'm saying? And the next thing you know, you're on one of your social media accounts, supposedly, or maybe you get an email from a blocked spammer taking your poetry that you wrote and changing it to meet their needs, acting like they're either you or someone else. So they took all your positivity in that poem, whatever your heart and soul that you put into that, they take it and they turn it around and they do nothing but trash you. They trash you in the poem with your own verbiage mixed up, you know. I'm on a boat. I went to float, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is or isn't, they trash you in it. Oh, it's just as bad as drinking pickle juice. But they trash you in it, and your life gets ruined or something. Or maybe it doesn't get ruined, but you just want to kill yourself. You want to die. You want to fucking punch somebody in the face, but you can't even prove who the fuck did it because it's all from a blocked number or something. And you don't actually want to kill yourself because you're probably a mom or a dad or something. Or maybe you're just a young kid and maybe you really do and you're not able to reach out, you know? You don't really have anybody that can understand what's happening to you in your head or on the ground where the humans are at. Like, you don't understand how you're getting, they don't understand how you're being bullied at school or, you know, at college, or, you know, how your boss talks down to you, or it's sexual harassment, you know what I'm saying? Like, just weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, mean stuff. I know, there's like, oh, nice butt, girl, at work, and the other one's like, fat bitch. And you're just like, wait, what? I know I might have made a report that labeled you in it, but that was what my job said I had to do at work. Because when I checked your computer, it said you had a virus. So if that offended you, I'm really sorry. Like, you know, you're going through this in your thoughts, and you're not even 100% sure if he or she said that in real life, but they're looking at you like they said it, and they're looking at you like they already know for a freaking fact you ain't gonna say none back. Are you gonna be like, huh? You want a donut? Yeah, there's some in the lobby over here. I brought some creamer. It's got extra fat in it. But you can't actually have that because you got a spare tire missing in the brain department. That's what I mean. You try to come up with something witty, you can't. Not on the spot talker, crabber, backer type of person. You just want to cry, but you don't want them to see you cry. So what do? You just eat it. You just smile. You just look at them like almost like you didn't hear what they said, or like they're talking a different language. You're like, yeah. Huh? Some fat girl or something. You got an F today or whatever. You know, you just look at them like, you just smile and wave. You know what I'm saying? Just smile and wave. Just be nice. It's not like you're gonna be like, no, I'm not fat. You're fat. You know, and start cussing them out. Like, I'm not one of those. Like, I just, you hurt my feelings just then, and I don't really know how to address this issue. So I'm just going to either pretend I didn't hear you, or that I did hear you and I heard you incorrectly, and smile like it was a compliment. Like, I know, me too. Just when somebody says something to you, I know, me too. They're like, I called you a fat something. I know, me too. Have a good day. Bye. I know, me too. I don't know, man. I think I just wish I had more cucumbers. This is really good. I have been eating cucumbers for a long time, but tonight was the best cucumbers I've ever had, I think. Mm-hmm. 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 And so the first bite didn't taste too salty. Now it tastes too salty. It's so weird how it does that. Mm. FTC reports are not your friend right now. You don't know what those are? I don't really know exactly what they are either because it changes in when you try to fill them out. It's like a stolen identity form or financial transaction complaint, something like that. If I remember correctly, maybe it's federal transaction complaint. Yeah, I've had to fill out a couple. All they did is write me back, be like, "We're so sorry, Tiffany. Your medical records were hacked by cyber criminals." I'm all, "You're just now getting move notice of that?" I mean, they've been telling me they hacked my stuff for a long time now. Gosh, we're great. Being nice department over there. Mom, that's not me, Mom. She sounds like my mom. She's saying Tiffany. No, Mom, that's not you. It's not your daughter. I know I read somewhere I got beat up somewhere. Alternate universe, like it's a video game or something. I'm like, so I've never actually done virtual reality, but is that what virtual reality is? You can, like, put other people's bodies on, like you look on their Facebook and maybe you can copy like their Facebook picture or something to your virtual reality thing. And you just get to go in different video games and be bullies, and you see a reflection of yourself and you're seeing them, and their responses are supposedly their responses in real life, like they're playing it online too, but they're not. I don't know, but all I'm saying is that steak was bomb, and so were those cucumbers. I could have done, I guess, without. The other two things tonight, compared to how good those two things were. But tomorrow, I have the other half of this meal in the fridge. I'm not going to eat any more of those. That was a big fat no-no. My sodium levels are all the way up the roof. To the roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. And there's an H on my shirt, and even though it says USA, it doesn't. It says House, Cupboard, Senate. You have like an ugly face that you make sometimes. You look at me. It's, I mean, like, I try to make an ugly face, but I'm so insecure about seeing it like uglier than what the ugliest I've ever not seen. It just becomes funny. Like, I'm pretending I have an ugly face, but I don't. But I really do have an ugly face, and maybe my ugly face is my normal face to you. But who knows? Because to that girl or that guy, he said she's one of the prettiest people I've ever seen. It's not because she was actually even pretty. She actually looks kind of funny, but all she had to do was say, "Hi, how are you?" And I looked at her with so much admiration. I thought she was one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life, he said. I was like, I know, man. That's exactly how I feel sometimes. Like, you walk into the grocery store and you kind of have your head down, you're a little insecure. Like, you don't actually make eye contact with anybody. You kind of look through them. And then every once in a while, somebody will, like, compliment you or say, "Hi, how are you?" Or, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way." You're like, "Oh, it's okay. Human contact, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way. I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? Or like a kid will say something to you like, "I like your hair." "I like your ball." Or something, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I was little, like, we had pagers. Okay, you know what a pager is? Right? Like, we didn't have cell phones. We had walkie-talkies. Anyways, I know. So I mean, it's like, I'm my mom talking about. Like, when I was young, I had to walk a mile to my school. I mean, my bus stop or something in the snow. I'm like, just so you know, I actually did have to walk a mile to the bus stop in the snow. That's not like I made it up story. I actually did. Like, we lived 1,500 feet up on the mountain. Our driveway itself was like, I don't know, like half the quarter, like maybe an eighth to a quarter of a mile long. My driveway just to get down it, and it was all, the rock thing. They come, they dump the rocks underneath its mud, right? the driveway alone, our private road was a half a mile long. So I'd have to walk all the way up the driveway, all the way up the private road, and then stand at the bus stop and wait. And then the bus would pick us up. We'd go all the way up the mountain up there. We're like literally so far up the mountain, we're literally by an honor camp. You know what an honor camp is? It's like a prison with no walls. Like you've done your time, you served 30 years. This your last year's gonna be here. Like if you actually escape, you're gonna get some more years. But I'm saying, like, we're trusting that that's not what you're gonna do. Anyways, go all the way up there. It's like 20-30 minutes up further up the mountain, and then back down, and then to school. And so from back down, by the time we go all the way up and back down and past my driveway mark, it still takes another half an hour just to get to school, if not 45 minutes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny to look at it like that, but you know what? Every day I hated it. Every day walking to and from. Actually, on summer days it wasn't that bad sometimes, because we had these berries called, what are they? Huckleberries. No, we did have huckleberries, but that's what I'm talking about. There's those little sour red ones. Don't get it mixed up with dingleberries. That's mess with those. Yeah, but then raspberries. What raspberries look like? They're kind of like blackberries, but they're red, right? Well, we had these other berries called salmon berries, I think, or something. But they look kind of like raspberries, but they're soft on the outside. So if you touch them and they're ripe, the whole outside of it will come off. But the inside of it stays on the leaf thing. So like a blackberry, a raspberry, if you touch them, and they're ripe, they'll pop off. But the middle part stays inside the berry. Well, these ones didn't. Like the outside would come off the berry. In any case, so summertime was cool because we could eat the berries, but wintertime was tighter because we would just, hike our butts up there we had no coats on, shorts, kids, and our socks are getting wet. Like nobody cares with our sleds. So, we're just walking up to the bus stop. Takes us about half hour, 45 minutes to get there. And, depending on the day. And then we chuck our sleds into the wilderness, on the outside of the private road. And so we'd hide them in the bushes, so we get out of school. Like, it's so cool. Like when you get out of school, it's like, yes, it's almost, I got 2 more minutes, 3 o'clock. Yeah. Go home soon. Right. So it's like, there's like 2 excitement moments. So it's like 3 o'clock. Yeah. I get to go home soon. And then you get off the bus, you're like, yeah, I get the sled all the way home, bro. All the way home, bro. So I got like my sled, my brother's sled. We both get off the bus. I'm using his sled as my steering wheel. We're both laying on our bellies. Mind you, like I said, this was literally like a half a mile downhill. We are just praying. We are praying. There is no cars driving up the hill around a bend. It's like we're just winging it. Yeah, it's like riding a bike these days without a helmet on. Yeah. Those were the good old days. Anyway, all right. I don't know why I just wasted a whole lot of time doing this video, but I did. And I don't know if it's wasted all the way or if it's even still recording, but it is. So I'm going to end stream. Happy Sunday. Like I said, once again, if you do want to find, peace somehow in Jesus or whatever, oh, you want to say a prayer? Okay, so just like, I'm not a real Christian or whatever, but this is what my mom told me. She said, when you're a Christian, you're supposed to witness to other people. So like, you find somebody in need, and it's like you want to pray for them, but you don't really know how to pray because you're a brand new baby Christian. Like, I'm like, isn't that weird? Like, I'm like, hey, buddy, it looks like you're homeless on the streets. Did you do the Feddy? You kind of seem a little passy outy. You're on the Feddy. Oh, heroin. Oh yeah, I know. God, that one's real. They're both about equally bad, actually. He's like, do you want a sandwich? He's all, yep. I'm like, okay, do you know who Jesus is? Because it looks like you're gonna die, and I want to make sure that you're gonna go to heaven. He's all, yeah, I know who Jesus is. Where's my sandwich? So you're just looking at him like, okay, well, I know you probably won't be able to say the prayer because you can't comprehend what I'm actually saying, but my mom said you were supposed to say, dear Jesus in heaven, or dear higher power in heaven, I believe that your son died on the cross for our sins, and I want him to come into my heart so that the devil can't dwell there, and forgive me of the sins that I have committed on this earth where the humans are, and any sins I might commit in the future. But I'm not asking you to forgive the sins that I've already committed, because I'm planning on recommitting them tomorrow. But if I do, that was an accident. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not like trying to be one of those hypocrite, prayer people, but just, I want you to come to my heart. I believe you died on the cross, and please forgive my sins. And if I should die before I wake, please take my soul up there. Amen. So it's something like that, around that area. Where's my sandwich? Dude, I didn't actually have a sandwich for you. I was just going to see if you could look up at me long enough to do the prayer. But since you can't, you get nothing. Okay, you get nothing. Nothing. You don't get a sandwich. You don't get a freshie from McDonald's. I'm not going to walk back by here and accidentally bop a sandwich in your lap like I did the other guy the other day pushing the cart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rode the cart with him. I was like, push me. He's like, okay. We're driving down the street. I'm in the car. I'm like, yeah, I feel free. Freedom. Just go to the bottle drop. You need some help? He's like, yeah, actually I do. And I was like, okay. So we could go to the bottle drop together. And, I was like, do you need help like getting cans? Because I'll help you. I mean, I won't actually probably jump in the garbage can with you, but I can stand there and hold the bag if you need to do that. He's like, no, I already got some. I just got to go over there and get them. I'm like, okay. We're not going to go back there and walk into some huffing paint land or something uncomfortable where I feel, threatened, right? Because all I really have is my multi-tool right now, and I don't believe in mace because last time somebody sprayed it, I choked myself and almost died. But yeah, he's like, no, it's fine. So we'll just go over there, get my cans. I say hi to everybody. I'm like, hey guys, how are you? Like, if you come back, if you're around the bottle drop area in like 2 hours, I might be there. And if so, I might be with my church people, and sometimes we have lunches and stuff. It's just free food. Cause I remember when I was you guys too, cause I'm not you guys right now. I'm not homeless or whatever. If you are homeless, I'm not trying to say that in a disrespectful way, but I lived out of my car. I was lucky enough to have a vehicle to live out of, but I remember being hungry, like really hungry sometimes. And, I would have to find a friend that was also just as hungry as me, but had a lot more cojones and would go steal food. So we don't really want anybody stealing food. When some of us have a little bit to give. We donate our time to make these sandwiches and stuff. There's like a bag of chips and like a little baby Jesus in there, and probably a little prayer or something. But you know what I'm saying? So like if you come over the bottle drop, in like 2 hours ish, look for the USA shirt, or like a group of people that look like they're not donating cans to the bottle drop. And we probably have like a cart or something. We're carrying something like a box or a cart, and we're looking for people to bless today. So that's where I'll be. But for now, okay, well, it was nice meeting you guys. Sorry I talked too long. You couldn't even hold your attention span, huh? I know. I remember when they used to talk to me too. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, they knock on my window as I roll down the window. I'm all, yeah. They start talking. It's like, tinted windows, yeah. I got a sunshade in the front. And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. 'Cause I'm ready for a funeral. Kid Cudi. Amen and amen.